is going to be there. It is going to be there. It is such a, what I mean to say is, such a horrible place. The torture, the pain, everything is more over here compared to even the hypocrites. So every time Shaitan uses to miss a salah, think of this ayat. فَوَيْلُ لِلْمُصَلِّينَ. This one ayat is more than sufficient to switch on our thing. Poor men, this Tabligh people, how much we struggle. I am part of it. I used to go, call him 10 times, 20 times. We do it. But then, if at all he knows this ayat, if he understands this, these people can do some better job. At least they will be relieved from that job. But then what do they have to do? People have to be reminded. So, Fawailul Musallin. Now this word is for whom? One for the Musallis. And then also those who do the same salah for the sake of fame or any other act of kindness. Wallazinahum yuraun. Yuraun means show off. Okay, so that you get name and fame. Two categories who will go into here. One is who do offer salah irregularly. The other one is who do anything, whether it is salah or hajj or what it is. Jaake aake naam change karna, Haji Khalid Sahab. What is this here? The moment he puts that Haji there means element of Haji bolo pukana usko. Nahi hota jai man haj karke aaya samay. Khalid bhai hoto galti. Hey Haji bolo. Wrong. If you are expecting that, your hajj is a place which will take you here. Allazinahum yuraun. The third thing is something, not only the men, more than men, the women should be very careful about it. Yamnaun al-ma'un. Yamna means mana karna, rokna, hold back. Small things of need. In neighborhood, the lady may come and ask a cup of milk, ask some a bucket of water, some little sugar, some little tea dust, some chili. But then people say, kya bar bar deta hidesh hoga isko, hame kya karna? You are getting an opportunity to go to Jannah through that small meager thing. Give it. That person may be habituated, no problem, you give it. At the most you can keep quiet, but don't hold back. Don't excuse yourself. Small things of need, that's what is ma'un. Ma'un means small. How? Which is small in our view? Maybe a spoon is small, a spoon of sugar is small. But for me, even something like say, but you don't do it. Somebody is having a lakh rupee to part with, give. Because this lakh rupee, in Allah Ta'ala as well, is not even 1,000th of fraction of this compared to this board. This, what is the proportionality of this dot to the size of the board? Isme ka 1,000 bini, 1 million bini. But doesn't mean to say, you give whatever you have. No, no. Allah said, you give people, but don't give so much that you may have to go and ask again. There is some balance you have to strike. We should know. Allah Ta'ala clearly says, there is an ayat in the Quran, وَفِي أَمْوَالِهِمْ حَقٌّ مَعْلُومٌ لِلسَّائِلِ وَالْمَحْرُومِ. In the wealth which I have given them, there is an identified share, some part, not the whole. Don't give the whole. Some part, be liberal. For whom? For those who ask and those who don't. People generally ask, you give, but how about those who don't ask? Who is going to help them? But you have the idea, Allah has given you the vision that you can, the moment you see a person, you know, oh, okay, this man is in need. Maybe he's not asking for because he's timid or shy or what it is, but you can reach him indirectly or directly, any which way you think. And this is what Allah likes. If you believe in these ayahs and act upon it, that is the token of your love to Allah Ta'ala. So stop here. This time up. I have taken more time today. Any which way. I think the second batch is not, but that's why I took more time. Any doubts? Please ask. Now, one request. You have to go through the surah, word to word translation in the same way, and come prepared next class for the next surahs. Okay? We are henceforth be doing, because majority of the grammar is almost all covered for this level. I have almost covered it. Only few things are there, inshallah we'll follow that. But every class will be doing 2 surahs next. Okay? So come prepared for that. And read the same surahs. Now you have how many surahs you have covered? Surah Al-Fil and Quraysh also we have finished. So these 3. So 2 surahs and 3. You can, one more surah and the 4 rakat of salah easily can offer. Okay? But you can even recite the 3 surahs in 1 rakat also, no problem. Right? And after that you can recite the other surahs, whatever you know. The Ikhlas is there, Falak is there, Nas is there, what it is. But you have to necessarily recite these very same surahs in your salah. So that you get the ideas, you get to understand the meanings of the words and all those things. And your concentration, most importantly, your concentration in the salah will increase.
What is the special thing that the hat?
Huh?
I didn't follow that. What is that the hat special about hat?
Changes.
How?
It changes.
Yeah, it changes. It is never constant. कभी ये करोगे तो कभी वो करोगे तो कभी ये picture चाहिए तो कभी वो picture चाहिए.
That is the mind which
Change.
thinks.
No, actually it is heart. What the name? मेरा दिल को लगी कोई.
Heart is a center of the body.
मेरा दिल
That is just to tell. Is it
Yeah.
true that
But then it
heart
has
is-
a epicenter is heart. The blood comes from the heart to the whole body, not from the brain. Brain is something to do with memory and thinking and logic and all those things. The actual thing is the epicenter is. This makes it majroor, gives it a kasra. In that case, this is a waw of oath. Different types of waw are there. One of them is oath. When it is a waw of oath, the noun becomes either so Allah becomes Allahi, Wallahi. So Arabs use this Wallahi, but then they use it as a slang also without meaning their promise, but that's just general use. But then we should avoid such kind of slang uses. It should be whatever we say should be meaningful and purposeful. Don't talk something which makes no sense to anybody or it means nothing to anybody. Okay. Next, Wallahi Lazim. You can also say Wallahi Lazim, by that great God. Okay, by that great supreme God. Even that you can take a place in that form also. I say Wallahi.
Akbar also means great, right?
Yeah, Akbar also is great. Azim is, you have the word over there. What is the word he has given? Great. Azmat, Azim, greatness. Same. Akbar is also there, Azim is there, Allah is there. Different words are there, but then they have intrinsic meaning also. Inshallah, slowly you will know that. Okay? Next, we go on to the grammar part. You have already read this. It's pretty easy. Huwa mu'min. Action please. With more action. Yeah. Yeah. Then these two words are not there. You do it on orally. That is hiya mu'mina. You know the format. Hiya mu'mina, kunna mu'minat. Then the next box you have word like deen. What is that? Deen. The word deen is a religion. Deenun. Let me tell you something at this point. Always these nouns have this tanween. Exactly as in English. You won't say just pen. Either say a pen, an elephant, an egg. You use this na, a or an. The a or an is nothing but tanween. Only difference in English it comes, in Arabic it comes at the last letter. In English is the other way around. It comes in beginning. So if you want to say a or an in English, the equivalent of Arabic will be, the tanween has to be there. Because these are nouns. You don't add a or an to verb, do you? We don't add a or an or even the to verbs. A, an and the appear only on nouns. However, you see the we have always taught you, I have told you, that comes from the al. So it just doesn't come there al, it also makes it some change. The al will make it u. Ad-dinu, al-kitabu, al-kalamu, al-baytu. Okay, with the introduction of al, the ending will be a single dhamma. But a or an is represented by tanween. So dinu means a religion. I want to say his religion, your religion, my religion. We use this. Put it in this combination. Right hand side. Relative. His religion, their religion, your religion, again your plural religion. And then addressing group of people. My religion, our religion, her religion and their. This is something you do first in English if you want. Then you go for the Arabic. Dinuhu, dinuhum. Dinuka, dinukum. Dini. Dini, it's only place it becomes E. Dini, Dini, Dinuna, Dinuha. Now you see the word Deen, now it becomes definite. For example, you want to take even say Kitab, Kitabun, a book. If I say Kitabuhu, it is definite. That's why there is a single Dhamma. Dinu, because I am relating with this fellow, it becomes a single Dhamma comes. Why? Because it's definite now. Anytime there is a single Dhamma now, it is going to be definite. It's not some book. It's not some religion. His religion you are talking. And his religion is going to be one religion only. You cannot find a man having practicing 4 religions or 5 religions at a time. Do you know who his religion? Any word you take. Supposing you take kalam. Kalamun or kalam. I want to say his pen. How do you say? Qalamuhu. Now the chain goes. This is the beauty once you understand the format. You understand the format, you can replace any number of words with that, substitute any number of words and put in the same chain. His pen, Qalamuhu. Their pen, your pen, again plural form, my pen, our pen, her pen, Qalamuha, and their pen, Qalamuhunna. Any word you can do. There is a lot of words I have given you that sheets I have given you. Practice it and finish it. Next, there is one more word I think he has given that in the grammar. That is kitab. This you have already practiced. Go to the next surah, the main lesson. The main lesson over here is Surah Al-Quraysh. Now before you learn and know what is there in this Surah Al-Quraysh, you have to go know the background. Okay. Quraysh is what? What do you mean Quraysh? Quraysh is the name of the tribe of Prophet ﷺ. Okay. So, you know, right from those days, early days, the Kaaba was taken care of by this particular tribe called as Quraysh. Okay. And then, it was these Quraysh who initially were practicing worshipping Allah Ta'ala. Over a period of time, Shaitan lured them and they started getting into idol worship and all. Right? Now, when these people, first you also remember the days of Prophet Ibrahim a.s. when he took his wife and his child and left them there. Okay, there were just two people in that place, and then slowly Allah, then there was a Zamzam which came into existence, and then there was a caravan which moved around from there. They saw there is water there, they tent there, they pitched the tent there, and with her permission, they started dwelling there. Slowly the population grew, but very soon the food grains, the supplies were exhausted. But remember when Prophet Ibrahim a.s. left them there, one of the dua, he made a big dua, right? But then one of the part was that he asked Allah to provide them with fruits for the sustenance. Now me standing on this ground and ask you to fertile, okay, let me cultivate grass here. What did you tell? It is not possible, but this was the dua of Allah, the Prophet, and Allah accepted it and he made it happen. What happened is, for you to understand this surah, you should know the geographical location of Saudi Arabia, which last class I told you. So there was a lot of cultivation happening in Yemen. Okay? So people, Allah Ta'ala gave them a thought that you go and share the first crop, offer this first crop. Every time they harvest a crop, the first crop should be given to the dwellers of that place. That is Mecca, the Kaaba there. Then you come back and enjoy yourself. So every village, a lot of people used to go there, and then they used to give them, feed them, stay with them, see that they ate well. Okay? And as they left, they used to leave behind huge stocks for them, so that it should be sufficient for them till they come next. So this happened so much so that the stocks became more. They were having excess surplus of stocks. Then Allah Ta'ala put an idea to them that you take this stock, excess, and exchange it, barter system maybe, whatever we call today. Exchange it for other kind of grains or food or whatever you want, your needs. So these people used to travel, and remember Saudi Arabia at that time and even now, during summers it is extremely hot and during winters it is extremely cold. So what these people used to do, when summer used to advance, they used to go to places where summer has already ended. Okay, and during winter, what they used to go there, they used to go where winter has just crossed and summer is at the very beginning. So they used to travel these two seasons. During these two seasons, they used to travel up and down. So during this journey, Allah Ta'ala used to see to it that their caravans are not rooted, because even today, that happens. Caravans are rooted to those days, and even today it happens. Neither the caravans are rooted, nor somebody would trouble them. Okay, even for that matter, wherever they used to go on the way, it was not like these days. It was all dark and day and night and just jungle and all the desert and all. People used to receive them and take care of them. So Allah Ta'ala protected them throughout these journeys. Also, you see, Allah Ta'ala says, two of His Allah Ta'ala's bounties, two of His favors on these people, He reminds of, so that they could come back and again worship Him. Give up the idol worship and worship Him again back, reminding them of the two mercies, two of His favors. What is that? He fed them when they were hungry. He made things happen there. Right? Even today you see, the fruits, unseasonal fruits you'll get there in Saudi. This is the barakat of the dua, the barakah of the dua. So here Allah Ta'ala reminds these people of these things. Okay? Ila fi Quraysh, ila fihim, their protection where Rihla Shita, Rihla means journey. Rihla is a Journey. Even today I was told that in Saudi you have the tourist vehicles and all. Rare side they have written happy journey, like we read in India here. Over there it is written Rahila Saida. What is the word? Rahila Saida means happy journey. Rahila Shita. The word Shita means you should get an idea shivering. The word shivering and Shita, they are all something similar sounding. So Rahila Shita, the winter season. Rahila Shita, there is their protection during the winter season, during the travel of the winter season, and also they used to travel during the summer. This is was safe. Okay, Rahila Shita was safe. So fa means hence. Thus, what is this? فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. They should abada yabudu. Like we read Fatah yaftahu, abada yabudu. Abada means he worship, yabudu means worshipping or worship in future. So they should worship whom? فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. Rabb, you know Rabb. هَذَا الْبَيْتِ, this house. At this junction I would like to teach you something. What is this? What is this? What is the meaning?
House.
No, I told you just now.
A house.
A or an? What did you use here? A house. So this is a house. If I add al onto this, how will you read this?
The house.
Not English, Arabic. Al. So you read this as baytun. This will read as al baytu. Okay. Hada baytun. What is the meaning?
This house.
Hada baytun.
This is a house.
This is a house. This also gives the meaning of is. Okay, this is a house because there is no separate word for us in Arabic. But then it should be translated as this house. فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ, pointing to the Kaaba where Prophet was sitting there. Now he is inviting the kuffar and reminding them of those things. Allah Ta'ala is reminding of those the favors which he had bestowed upon the early people there. Now they are asking Allah Ta'ala, like the Kaaba is also not the reality. It's not just a monument somebody built there. It is a hard fact. It is a sign of Allah Ta'ala. Kaaba is not just another Taj Mahal or Qutub Minar or something like that. It is not, these kind of monuments. It is a historic evidence of Islam. Islam, and it's a sign of Allah Ta'ala. The Kaaba, the Quran, I mean the entire universe, whatever you see. But at least some people, they get immediate idea of what it is. Okay, so now Allah Ta'ala is drawing their attention to this house. فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. Hence they are required to worship whom? The Lord of this house. Give up all those false deities which you are practicing. Who is this Lord? Alladhi, the one who. Alladhi means? The one who. At'amahum. This word comes from ta'am. At'amahum means fed them. Alladhi at'amahum min ju. Ju is hunger. Alladhi at'amahum min ju. This is the one who fed them while they were hungry. وَآمَنَهُمْ مِنْ خَوْفٍ. The scare of being looted or killed or what. Even the animals, the kind of, all those insects, snakes and scorpions. Desert is full of that. Yet, nothing would harm them. The caretakers of Allah, that is Kaaba. Now you see, these are two basic human rights, internationally accepted also. There is a third one added to it. But these are the two basic rights which even Allah Ta'ala did not withhold for human beings. What are the two human rights?
Food and security.
Food and security. Today in India, you don't have proper food. The Muslims are deprived of food. You see how many people are deprived. How? Security, you know what is security now. What kind of security is this today? You have a Islamic literature, you are labeled as something, a terrorist. There is no security. This is something which we have to fight and get it for. Orally do it, use your pen, your mouth, what it is, ultimately if required, you have to fight it out, If you simply take it, remember one thing, if you accept a little dirt on day one, somebody in your house, near your house, in the neighborhood, comes and drops in, say, a small packet of litter. If you don't get rid of it immediately, then and there, you know what will happen? All the area people from all the houses will come and dump the little there. You leave that little, you'll get tons of it. You accept little dirt, you'll get tons of it. Same thing has happened to the Muslims in India. We started, becoming kind of, what do you call? Helpless, not helpless. We compromising. We thought we are minorities, we thought this, what can we do? We started giving up. The moment you did little, the day you start asking for your rights, hordes are coming up now. And it is very difficult to remove tons of dirt. It's easy to remove that first one. Okay, so remember that it's a process. Okay, whatever within the constituency, the purview of the constitution of India, whatever you can do, we are supposed to do, we are supposed to get, we will get. For that we have to struggle and get it. That's it, okay? So these are the two rights which are there mentioned in this surah. That is food and safety, security. Food and security. People being killed, ladies, girls being raped. What is this security? What is this independence? It's pseudo-independence. It's all pseudo-secularism. There is nothing like security. We have to have our own security. If the others are not providing, the government is not providing, we need to have our own security. Don't think, okay, that fellow will come and clean my house there. The corporation guy will come and pick up the litter. Why will he? He is not going to do it. He'll never do it. He wants you to live in that litter. So you take and throw it and see to it nobody puts it there. So you have to we have to have our own security. If you depend upon others, we are never going to get it. We are never going to get it. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. If you have any doubts, please ask me.
This is min or man?
Man wa amanahum min alladhi at'amahum min ju. Here it is min. Min ju. Printing problem. That's why it is a printing problem. I told you. Get the sound, read if your recitation is correct, and if you listen to things properly, then even if the spelling mistake is there, it cannot be man, Man means who. If you know the meaning, you know it. Man nahi ho sakta. Who hunger? It cannot be. Against in hunger, during hunger. Wa amanahum min khawf.
This la hawla wa la quwwata.
Yeah.
We usually said when we start for prayer or when we start for office also.
You can say. See, invoke Allah Ta'ala's name any which form you want, every time, anytime. But it should not so happen that you do something and don't invoke Allah Ta'ala's name. This is dangerous. However you invoke Allah Ta'ala's name. And Prophet ﷺ has given us hundreds and thousands of opportunities, means where you can remember Allah Ta'ala. See this dua, sitting, standing, reading, driving a vehicle, eating, drinking, whatever you do, somehow or other Allah Ta'ala's name should be on our tongue.
That's a dua, right?
Yeah.
Bismillah, tawakkaltu ala Allah.
Yes. Again, everywhere is Allah, or at least His pronoun will be bought. Okay, but the mention of Allah Ta'ala. Muslim cannot be ignorant of the fact that Allah Ta'ala exists. I mean, he cannot do anything wherein he is not remembering Allah Ta'ala. And that's the way he keeps away from all evils. Do you see anybody pickpocketing saying Bismillah? The more he is conscious of Allah Ta'ala, definitely he is going to be away from sins. It acts as a very good shield for himself. He doesn't have to do anything. He does not have to keep away from all the evil. By nature, Allah Ta'ala himself will protect him. The more he remembers Allah Ta'ala, he will be away. You don't have to be worried about it. The problem is, the moment you forget Allah Ta'ala, Shaitan takes over the seat, your heart, and he drives. That's what, what is taqwa, people say? There are so many definitions of taqwa. What I understood is, I explain also is, taqwa is simply not to do anything which would otherwise displease Allah Ta'ala. Don't do anything which would displease Allah. This is taqwa. If you don't do good, don't do. But at least don't do anything which would otherwise displease Him. This is taqwa. A man standing between these two walls, right center. The more he keeps away from the back side, automatically he goes towards the right. He doesn't have to work hard towards going here. It might be difficult to do so many good deeds, salah, apparently for him, doing so much of charity, all this accounting for. The more he runs away from the evil, naturally he will get closer to the good. Let's stop here. But then that is because Allah Ta'ala doesn't want them. I mean, He has not given the tawfiq. It is not in them. They never wanted and Allah never give them. So if he is going to salah, any evil or bad thing, this ability for us to stay away again has come from, it is He who protected us. It is He who protected us from doing that thing, that wrong thing. That's why we acknowledge back again telling that I am not so very strong, okay? It is from Allah Ta'ala. That strength for me to keep away from that sin, other bad, whatever evil is come from Allah Ta'ala. That's why we say La hawla. La hawla. La means no, not. La hawla. Hawl, power. Wala quwwa, strength. What is power and strength? You know. Okay? Ability, power, strength, however you can translate. Quwwa. Illa, what is illa?
Except.
Like you said, la ilaha illa.
Except.
Except Allah. So one rule you should know here is that whenever there is a la, majority of the time there is for some reason after la, the noun which comes with a. La hawla. La ilaha. After la, you see how the ending is changing? We saw that in the 17. That is bata, kaf, lam, waw, mud, rabu, rubaita, min, ila, and alafiya, and all those things. Huruf jar. Over there it makes E, but this fellow makes it A. La ikraha. La ikraha fi din. Okay? So, la hawla wa la quwwata means illa billah. Means to say there is no power or strength except from Allah Ta'ala. We don't have in us neither the ability to do something good nor the ability to keep away from the shaitan's luring. We are so very weak. We will fall to the trap of shaitan easily. But if you are not doing it, it's not that we are so very strong. It is Allah Ta'ala has given who gives us the strength to keep away from that. If you are doing anything good, do good deed, it's not that you are so very pious or something that committed and all. Again, it is Allah Ta'ala who gives us the strength to do that. Okay? I came across this story when one of the friends told him there was a young old man. Along with him, some youngster was going. They both were passing by. Suddenly it was time for Salah, and this man went to Salah. The old man. He invited him. He said, "Okay, I'll stay here. You come." But then when the man went in, he said, "Okay, stay here. I'll come back in a few minutes." It was more than few minutes, for half an hour.